All right. See. All right. See this. Put that there. Okay. Let's get it right. All right. Come on. Come on. Adjusting the mic. Let's see if we can do it. Hmm. Guess I could switch it though. All right. My mic ain't playing with me. Okay. Mm-mm. All right. No, let's do this. I got mic stuff to get together. All right. So today should be a straight day. Um, really looking forward to it being a good, decent day. Maybe take a trade, see if we can find any setups. Mm. If I was to start my if I was to start my analysis right now from the daily chart, I'm looking at this sell side being right here. So sell side, um, for me personally, this will be I'll be targeting here and targeting here. Now I'm looking at ES. Got ES over here, got NAS over here. So I'm gonna put that on day too. You can put that on day 1, 2. So me personally, I will be taking my setups on NAS, or excuse me, on ES over here. But I mean, I'm using NAS as a SMT and divergence, vice versa. People who trade NAS, ES, it's how you see fit. I like to trade ES majority of times because I can manage my stop much better. But you can see that we're coming at those lows, and we haven't got to those yet. ES, but we're coming very, very, very close, right? So I'm expecting, me personally, I'm expecting, unless we have a very strong pullback back into the range, I'm expecting the NAS to catch up and get to these lows as we're trading in the NAS at those lows. Maybe we get, like I said, pull up just a little bit and then start targeting them. But now if we start pulling up in this Fibonacci gap and really start getting back up in here, that's when I will be, changing my sights. Going down to the 4-hour. Like I said, seeing pretty much the same thing from an intraday perspective. 15-minute. Again, how we trade these lows right here is going to be very beneficial for me. Seeing what we do at these lows. If we come down here and displace through them, making a fair value gap, then I'll be targeting lower. If we hesitate and literally pull back into range very strong, then I'll be looking at this buy side right here. So, but again, I need to see how we trade through here. And this price action, do we get out of this range, this consolidation, this small consolidation, and then coming out and then seeing how we trade at this low and these highs. If we do get up to these highs, so I'm monitoring all that. again, so we come into this 15-minute fair value gap right here, respecting it. Just looking at something. Okay. Coming to this 15-minute fair value gap, we're seeing how we're respecting that 15-minute fair value gap. Doing only wicks, body's not even closing the side of it. That's why I like more. I mean, NAS does the same thing, but look, in my opinion, this is why this is exactly the reason I trade ES. Sometimes NAS does it as well, of course, but you can see where NAS was failed to get into this 15-minute fair value gap when we clearly hit it. And you're going to see that happen a lot where NAS does something that this just looks more clean to me, in my opinion, right? This tells me we hit that fair value gap. Whereas NAS, we didn't hit it. So not saying it's not, it's still not valid to take this trade. I feel like it's got more confirmation. Like I feel more confident that the fact that we hit the 15-minute fair value gap, I feel more safe. Like I don't know if it has more confluence to me. If I was in this trade looking for a sale, then NAS not pulling up to the yes. In that case, it is SMT as well, so you can put that validation. But just the fact that we hit the fair value gap, consequent encouragement to the T. So you got fair value gap right here. Then we hit constant encouragement literally twice. Then we just sell off. And you don't get these exact measurements like you do on ES, you get on NAS. Not saying you can't trade NAS. I trade NAS. I do trade NAS sometimes, but you just get this exact, get the exact numbers on ES. So I'm going down to this 5 minute. At this point, y'all, we're just gonna be waiting, right? Just gonna be waiting. So we are below midnight, and monitoring that we are below midnight, so that's fine. Now I'm looking at the fact that okay, if we're below midnight, now what can we expect? We can expect that either one or two things, which is either we come to these lows, displace through these lows, then I'm targeting, like I said, that sell side on daily. Or if we hesitate, come back into this range, that's when I'll be looking at a different setup. If I even take a setup, because it is Monday, so I am cautious of that. I mean, maybe just being a tape read, or not even going, like I said, not even using an amount of leverage, or just using a demo account for Monday, depending on the trade, right? Depending on the thing. I need to log into your broker. Okay, I need to log into the but might have been cool to have that and be able to see the trade. Maybe I do the next time. I don't want to like log in and all that stuff. Have the I got a stream going. Next time I have that stuff, try to have it already logged in and stuff, so we have that ready to go. But I think obviously still talk through it and still be beneficial. A direction of what we're looking at and all that good stuff. Looking at macros and stuff. So kind of did the high time analysis. Like I said, I'm looking at two different targets. This buy side, and or this sell side right here. This is coming from the higher time frame. I need to see how we trade up in here. In my opinion, I've seen this too many times where we came in, maybe we make SMT divergence up in here, and we trade aggressively back into the range. In that case, then I'm looking up. So I need to see how we trade in this consolidation, see what we do in this range. Do we stay and remain heavy and then start rotating lower, attacking the sell side? Or do we come in, reject here very strong, making SMT divergence, X, Y, and Z, and then start pushing back up? I'm not trying to predict the market. I'm just trying to react to the market. But I also have some targets to, like, you know what I mean? Like, have some targets to set. Within that being said, like, I'm not just sitting here and not doing nothing. Like, I got targets. We go lower, this is what I'm looking for. We go higher, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not gonna make right now. NAS is looking way big. I'm gonna make that smaller. Go to the 5 minute, maybe something like that. Now I'm gonna go to the 15. And where is there's not what I was looking for, but okay. My bad. I'm trying to get to my screen. There we go. Okay. Cool. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And perfect. All right. All right. We'll do it like that. It's cool. All right. So we got that and that marked out. Perfect. Usually waiting for like 10 o'clock to be able to validate the setup. Gonna see how that works and see what that does and see how that plays out. At this point, we just chilling and waiting. We just chilling and waiting. Waiting for 10 o'clock. So we are coming on the 950 macro, which is good for some price movement. But like I said, I'm just waiting for 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'm just waiting for 10 o'clock. I'm also looking at the 930. Also looking at 930, the presentation gap. So make sure I have that drawn out. Actually, make sure we got that good to go. And I want to see how price trades around that 930 presentation. So 930 presentation gap is right here. That's the first fair value gap after 930. Right there. Got it already set for indicator. Where it's at. Boom. Okay, so now that we're looking at this, now I'm waiting for, again, a valid setup. Either take us lower or higher. Like I said, I already did the higher time frame analysis on this, which is we take this sales out, displace here, displace very energetically while we come down here with some momentum, then looking for the sell side down here, which is from the daily, or we create SMT down here, and that's what I'm kind of engaging. And we come in here and don't get the consolidation, rip down here, create SMT, and pull extremely hard back into the range. Then I'm targeting buy side up here, new wick open the gap. So I'm trying to wait. It's Monday. I'm not trying to get, I'm not trying to get too crazy about it. This might be a tape read, demo trade. Unless it's looking really clean is when I will use real capital, but I don't want to, like I said, it's Monday. Like I'm not finna. The week is still young. Like it's Monday. Like I'm not finna. No, it's Monday. Sometimes Mondays are clean, sometimes they're not. But like I said, Mondays is not the day I'm trying to push it. Like I'm trying to preserve capital. Got the whole week. Got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like we're good. I am not going to stress about a Monday. So come back in, go back. First presentation gap you can see on ES, we kind of back into here. Tapping it one time and then seeing if we get above here. But again, I'm just monitoring it, not doing anything. I would like for the 10 o'clock to happen to see kind of what we're going to be gauging at. And I really want to get us out of this range of the S&T, but let's see. Whoa. Alright, just waiting. Okay. Just some waiting today. You can see the slight SMT divergence right here, what we're having right now, which is us coming up to these highs, taking these highs, and then seeing if we can do that on the same thing on the ES. You can see we also had SMT down here, which is right here. So we had SMT right here, and then SMT right here. Which is favoring the buy side, come up, first presentation, fair value gap, then going up. We'll continue to go up higher. We could be looking at this buy side right here. And then if we continue to go up even higher, this will be new wick, open the gap, or something I'll be looking for to kind of aim for. But I need to see how we trade here, making sure ES also shows that strength and getting above here. Right now, we're just waiting and seeing if we come back in this range. I want to see how we trade back into this range. Do we come back here and displace through here, through these fair value gaps right here? Or do we maintain and stay bullish and then we start rotating up higher again, targeting this buy side, new week open the gap? Again, I'm monitoring ES and NAS at the same time. And the reason because right now we take out buy side, which is great. Could be targeting buy side and new week open gap, but I am not hesitant, but I am looking at what we're doing on ES. You can see here we have not got above NAS. We have not got above here. So me personally, I'm looking at that. That is S&T divergence within itself right here. S&T down here. And then we got S&T going on right now. Could NAS easily catch back up? Absolutely. But until that happens or we get some more information, that will make me feel confident about us going here into here. I know some people don't trade with both of the S&Ts or both of the charts on. Again, if you only trade one pair, I understand. I completely understand. But I just feel like just having even one chart or even one monitor, just looking at both of them is just so beneficial. Looking at S&Ts and stuff like that to see or validate. Even if it gives you comfort, even if it gives you confluence, even if it gives you like validation into a trade. Like maybe you was worried about not taking this buy X, Y, Z, but you see we have S&T. It gives you that confirmation. Just again, just confluence at least in my opinion. So right now we'll come back into this fair value gap right here. I want to see how we operate in here. Do we continue to stay bullish and rotate higher, or do we melt through here like some butter and then we start going down lower and going for sell side objectives down here, erasing this S&T and going lower? Again, if it was like a Thursday or Friday, it'd be like, oh, a different day. House week, like I look at, it's no news, so I'm not expecting crazy movement, but I am expecting some movement. I just know Monday's just not clean. So I mean, they not. It's too many days. It's too many times. I have been burnt on Mondays. Respecting midnight opening gap, or opening gap, midnight opening right here, and I want to put this new thing ICT was talking about on as well. Where's that at? I actually wanted to put that on. Literally, I'm gonna use this. We just studied it. So this is. Let me go to the 1 minute because I don't want to confuse myself. Real quick. I don't want to confuse myself. Real quick. I can do this. Highs and lows. So 12 midnight opening and a low. Go. Okay. I'll make it dark. All right, this is where you zoom out and you look at the trade and you're like, okay, I don't know, right? We came up and made S&T. We come back, we made an order block right here. These down close, consecutive down close candles. These are order blocks right here. So this is where we could be coming up and then coming down, rotating higher, buy side, or we could start erasing all this and then start trading lower. Again, all of this is balanced. This price range is balanced, but the problem is, in my opinion, in the higher time frame, is kind of telling me, like I said, we might not take sell side today, but it is telling me that we are in a sell program on a higher time frame. So I just need a lot more confirmation on lower time frame telling me that we are going to go up higher, and maybe we come up here, this low resistance liquidity, this buy side, knew we open the gap, and then we rotate lower. But kind of just waiting to see what is going to play out in this 5 minute or this 2 minute fair value gap, seeing if we rotate higher. We'll come back down maybe and then start pushing up higher. I just need to see what do we do. This right here is the midnight opening price. So let me showcase this. 1 and 2 o'clock. Okay, we got about a little. Okay. This is the midnight opening price. This is something that ICT is talking about where it's like you take the high and the low between 12 and 12:30, which is right here, and then you extend that out 4 in time, and then you can see price starts gravitating to it back and forth, and you extend it out for the rest of the day. So you treat it basically like a new day opening out. Coming down, hit this order block right here, or barely over here. I don't think we tapped into it. No, we did not. So did not tap into it. But we expected this for fair value gap as of right now. Buy is still closing inside this fair value gap, so wait till buy close outside of it, and I think it would be more bullish. But like I said, just waiting. And I'm also monitoring. I'm gonna keep on saying it. We do have an S&T and see if we get this race to see if NAS starts springing up higher. To see if we get some confluence, to see if we can come higher. monitor where we're on the 1 hour. This is the buy side. We can start getting to that very gap, and the week opening gap. Some targets we got up higher. Like I said, we got to see how this trades. This was the 950. We're in the 950 1010 macro, which is great. Go down to 30 second. Oops, 30 second, real quick. Yeah. So we came back down, back to this fair value gap, pushing up. Now we're going higher for this. Maybe we're going for this buy side right here. We're still trading up, so we're gonna be looking to see how we continue to keep going up. So we got buy side up here. Um, Give me 1 second. Okay, all right, making sure. Right now we pull back aggressively back into the range. You can see this is, again, this is typical. This is a typical Monday thing. This is a typical Monday thing. You gotta be very pick your shots on Mondays. I'm gonna say pick your shots on Monday if you do trade Mondays. But I trade them if it's like if it's news. I'll be taking more trading, like I said, or I would trade before New York. So pre New York was kind of clean to me. I saw Asian session was super clean to me. London session was okay. I just know it's something about me personally. It's something about New York Mondays. I don't know when. Not even pre New York. New York. It's something. It's just weird, man. It's just a little. It's not weird, but it's just a little more. You just gotta be a little careful, you know. Just I wouldn't put risk the whole day. But it's just maybe it's just me. And if it's like your trading plan, obviously do what you gotta do. But yeah. So we put back in aggressively back into range with creating SMT that I've been outlining this entire time. That you see that we barely got above it on NAS, but we got pretty good. Back to the midnight opening, pretty much matching this right here, which we're nowhere near on NAS. This is why, and again, I don't know if people look at SMTs. This is why I look at SMTs. This would be the reason. Because if you saw this SMT, you will saw that this is not a great buying opportunity, or in this case, this is not the best buying opportunity. Not saying it won't work. Not saying we can't turn around and go all the way up higher. I'm saying that because we have SMT, so be prepared for a lot more pullback than you might be wanting because we have that SMT divergence. This is where, again, this is where if you see, like I saw this and I'm like, this is not a great buying opportunity because we are literally forming SMT. Could it still work? Yes, absolutely. But in a high probability like environment, this is not high probability. The only reason I was really to grasp that is because we literally formed the SMT. So I'm seeing how we're doing. Like I said, the macro is over. It was that 950 10 macro. I think you got this slight pullback. Was this how many points was this? Go down to 30-second real quick. Yeah. So not bad. Oh. Go to the 5-minute. So right now S&T coming down lower and seeing how we react up in here. My sights are still up, looking up higher. Like I said, we got buy side, and I do have a higher time frame liquidity down here and this right here. So I need to see. Well, long story short, I want to see us. If I am gonna be bearish, I want to see us come through here and start respecting that, come lower, and trend high when we come before this price right here. These order blocks and all this stuff right here. Using it on the sell side of the curve. If we do get trade up in here and start going lower, if we don't, we react higher, pushing back up with fair value gap, all the good stuff. Then I'll see if we can remain bullish. Buy side right here that we just matched on ES, and we have new week opening gap. So we do have some targets, but again, I'm just kind of waiting out some time, giving it some time to see what we're gonna do, and let something be done. Especially on Mondays, let something be done clear. I'm seeing a breaker right here. So high, low, higher, high, rip down, extend the last down close candle. I don't know if it's gonna hold or feel confident it's gonna hold. So right now you got like a little breaker right here. Bearish breaker. High, low, higher, high, rip down, extend last down close candle. So this would be a breaker. So do we hold this? I don't know. And the reason I'm saying I don't know and be very transparent is because we literally on the higher time frame, 5 minute, we're bouncing out of the order block. So this is where, like, again, I'm looking at all the price. I'm not just seeing one thing. I'm looking at everything. Like, okay, this is a bearish breaker on the 2 minute. Yeah, that's great. We got S&T. That's decent. But look what we're coming into. A 5 minute order block. What else? Go to the 15-minute. Okay, it's no 15-minute fair value gap. That's what I was trying to find. So no 15 fair value gap. Want to see us get below. If we do get below this order block, that would be, and obviously it'd be great. And then we can wait for it to come back up. And then maybe looking for a sell, possibly targeting these lows right here. But again, really what's going to tell me if we're going to do that is, again, I'm looking at NAS over here. because I don't want us to come down lower and then expect like we shoot up like very strong back into the range. That is going to tell me that we'll be looking up higher. So that's why I'm being very, very just patient, especially on Monday. I'm gonna keep on saying that. I'm gonna keep on crying about that, especially on Monday. You haven't been chopped up on Monday. I'm not gonna say nothing. I've been chopped up a couple times on Monday. I'm not gonna lie to you. No. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is that first presentation gap. So seeing maybe this would be a target. I want to see how we trade back up in here. So get the OB. Right now we are trading on OB. What is that? OB right there. So or block 5 minute fair gap. So let's see, we came back at lower. See if we get back above it. Depending on the formations we forming here, again, I'm kind of looking. I'm gonna keep on saying I'm looking for both targets. I don't have really a one straight like, okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for. We could respect this breaker, then make another proportion block down lower, then be telling sell side, or we create another not proportion block, but a just another aura block to get us above this breaker. Then I'll be looking a little more bullish. So, but I just want to see how we trade up here at first before before it's a call or a trade setup. Even on tape reads, I usually demo trade it. Like even if I'm tape reading, I'll just still demo trade so you can see it. Sadly, I did not log into the account before with the stream, and I don't want to give out my credentials or anything like that. I don't even know what's I don't know top of my head what's it's going to pop up. So I will definitely we'll be calling it out. And next time I have this loaded up so we can actually have it on the screen. I just don't remember. I can't if I log into it. I don't remember what like I don't even know what information it asks for and stuff like that. I can't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't know. Like I can't remember. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't think it's even anything crazy. I can't remember. I can't lie. I can't because it be asking me to sign in. I just hit boom, 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 and I don't even I think everybody does that. So now we're trading back into that breaker on the from the 2 minute. So monitoring this, how do we get above here? Do we still respect consequent encouragement of this breaker, or do we get above it and then start trading above and then start targeting this buy side? I'm also looking at we coming into the macro right here. So me personally, it's a macro at 1020, 1040. So I want to see how that trades up into this buy side if we even get above this breaker. And we need to get above this breaker before we're talking anything like that. I'm looking and then I'm also looking at the hesitation on NAS. It's really okay. SMT right here and NAS is not. And then if NAS aggressively pushes up, that'd be different. But it'd be interesting to see. I want for me person to confirm this is a break or confirm that we broke this breaker. I need to buy it close, preferably only 2 minute. So the 1 minute. This is that coming back, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned that this is that aura block that I was hoping that was going to form. So I'm hoping if we can close above here, that's the aura block I was talking about. Like either we would close a aura block above here. I want to see us close an aura block, get above the breaker, then you can use the aura block maybe to be targeting high. Possibly. The only reason I'm saying possibly is because I'm looking at ES or looking at NAS and be like, okay, where are we doing on you NAS? Like where are we looking at NAS? Me personally, I would like to see. I'm loving that we got aura block right there. showing a willingness to come down, then making it piercing that opening or a block. Ideally, we look like something like this. This is what um thinking. If we get above this breaker, we don't get above this breaker. Everything I just said is out the window because I'm still thinking of the SMT that we have. It is an SMT out here. So if we have an SMT right here, then all this doesn't even matter if we don't get above this breaker. And then we'll continue to go lower in X, Y, Z, and then I'm looking for this, all that good stuff. So we're just waiting. This is where we just wait, confirmation, and we just wait. I ain't gonna take. It's good that we in the macro, but we still gotta wait because this absolute could send it lower. Yeah, 5 minute for back up unless we're just waiting. And this is exactly why it's a Monday, right? Got two different targets, two different which is great to have two different targets, but it just tells you how like it's not one. In my opinion, if anybody again, my opinion, this is not one sided. I could easily say could be a sell side. We manipulate the highs and we go lower. I can easily say, okay, we come back this order block, we take out the sell side, blah blah, and then we start aiming higher. At least for me, for the days that we I'll move this way so I can look at price. For me, for days like you definitely don't know for sure, or maybe hesitant or something like that. The days like this can be waiting for extra confirmation. Like if it's 50-50, I'm waiting for extra confirmation. Yeah, Nas, we're just sitting there. Yep. Easily could say this thing will go lower. Easily could say this thing go higher. Came back to the breaker. Buyers closed all within inside that consequent encouragement. We weren't able to get above it, which I want to see us go above it to be targeting buy side. If we do, you can see we never got above it, and you can see I feel like we're gonna be targeting lower, which is, of course, this sell side right here, but even lower, even on the day. Tapping back into the first presentation that is really good. Excuse me. Let's we just do some Monday type of things. This right here will be the target. Coming back into this order block. Waiting for price and time to line up. Again, how many points was that though? I just want to see something. Not a lot, but so I'm drawing an oil block right here. So we use the oil block, got below that one, and see if we get below. We got below this one as well. So seeing using this as an inverse oil block. See if we start respecting that as well. And I have the other oil block as well. So that's we got the one on the cell side of the curve that we're using, and then we got the one on the buy side of the curve, which was one of the buy side of the curve is opposite or inverse, and then now we're on the sell side of the curve, so this one could be used as well. Seeing how NAS is trading lower right now, fair value gap here. Looking at this, extending down, see we're coming down lower. Sell side be the target. Maybe we push back up into fair value gap. Looking at that. Just wait and see what we do on this little macro right here. So we're in 1020, 1040 macro. So it's gonna be interesting to see how we trade up in here. Coming back into that 3 minutes fair value gap, which is right here. Aggressively pushing up inside this fair value gap. Interesting. I would love to see if we. It's gonna be very interesting. So this is a 3 minute fair value gap. So let me move this. Well, I want to keep that on here and move this out the way. This is a 3 minute fair value gap that quite literally. I want to see. I will be. I want to see if this candle closes like this. I really do. So this is a 3 minute fair value gap. I'll put inversion fair value gap on that bad boy. There we go. So this is a 3 minute inversion fair value gap that we potentially. Oh, excuse me. It potentially could be inversion fair value gap. We need a buy closure. Buy closure. So I'm grabbing that. I'm grabbing that. So monitoring this. I want to see if the 1 minute we close a buy above it. If we don't close a buy above it, then it's not confirmed. So this is a tentative, I should say, inversion fair value gap. It'd be interesting if we come here, this aura block right here, which is a proportion block, because this is aura block, then this is your proportional block right here. It'd be interesting if we rotate lower. It'd be interesting because we usually, or I guess it's a Monday, we usually don't push up that hard. Like if it was bearish, you wouldn't want us to push up this extreme, this hard. We took this internal and then came back to this first presentation gap and pushed up that hard. You really wouldn't want that. I mean, obviously it still happen, but still rotate lower. It just that doesn't scream bearishness, in my opinion. It would be even great if we left. Did we leave a portion of this open? Let me see. Barely did we. So it doesn't scream bearishness to me. Can it still work? Absolutely. It just doesn't scream bearishness. Ideally, you want us to come into this fair value gap, maybe even right here, then start rotating lower and attacking the sell side aggressively. You zoom out, you go to the 5 minute, you can see we just came to aura block. It'd be these lows do look like they need to be taken, but it's a Monday. That's probably the biggest thing about that one. It is a Monday. So as I said, tentative inversion for value gap. Seeing what we do in here. 1034. So not in the macro or coming towards the end of the macro here. Again, it'd be interesting what we do. Do we rotate lower, then finally get above that, make that confirm an aura block, and then it's continue to go lower, or do we start pushing up higher? And this was a complete move, swing lower, going down to the presentation gap. So that's a 3 minute fair value gap that we're inversing right now. Coming back into that proportion block area. So let's see if we can go a little bit lower. Potential entry. Oh, excuse me. Mm-mm-mm. Uh, uh, yeah. So it looks like, in my opinion, we on the could be potentially on the buy side of the curve. This would be the breaker that we train back into, that we could just send us up higher to these buy side right here. So we came down lower, mitigate this whole oil block right here, which tells me this should be balanced. So we might come back and pull back into here, maybe on the 2 minute. Yeah, maybe we pull back here on the 2 minute. Right, come back in the 2 minute fair value gap. But you can see how bullish we are from us coming down lower, and then now we come back higher. So ES and NAS is starting green. This is my opinion. This is where you're looking for. This is probably I won't say the best trade, but this is probably like the potential trade for buy side. Like the hindsight, again, this would be more confident in getting to the trade. Like this is a buy from here, targeting here, buy side, and then even new week opening gap. We pretty much seen everything we need to go. Again, we might even get a dip back down here, which is fine, which is what you want to see. So getting in somewhere up in here, and then targeting up in here. So buy side, rotating lower, buy side. Like I said, if it dip back in here, um, I saw a potential entry right in here, dip back into here, which is fine. So it's come down here, so looking like something like this. So pull the trigger like that, or something like this. Pretty much saying this is your breakaway gap. Got above that breaker. Um, yeah, that's looking promising to at least go up to the buy side. Like I said, might give us one little touch point right here, something like that. Just like I said, that was a pullback. That was a potential area when we're looking for that buy, and then see when we get some rotating higher liquidity. Then we open the gap. Targets buy. Like I said, pull back above that breaker. Um, I wish I could. I couldn't put the trade on. I guess I can. Can't put the trade on, but that's what I was talking about. That pullback. That'd been a good entry, possibly. Um, I wish I could put. That's what been. That would been the execution right there. But of course, I can't. I couldn't log in. So that's what we kind of talked through it, right? We talked through it. So potential area, like I said, pull it back to the area. Not a problem at all. This is where again, if we keep the breaker same. This is where if we do come higher or lower, back into this range. Hopefully, if we take buy side by that at that time, then that will be your partial XYZ. A little too early. You could. I'm looking at NAS. You could put that break even right now. Sure, could put a break even. But just trying to give it some room to breathe, kind of. That's what I'm thinking about. So there's your buy side being hit right there. And that, that is a trade right there, ladies and gentlemen. So I wasn't able to put on the full position like I wanted to, but talk about a live stream. This is what I've been looking for. This is the buy I was looking for. I was very confident in this one. So I didn't get to put on the full position, but it is what it is. Like I said, we're gonna see if it's TP and marked it out, talking about it all over here, and we had break even, and like I said, on the counts and stuff like that. But that was the buy side that I was looking for. Hopefully, it gets up to new week, open the gap, and it's okay if it doesn't, because you can take partials, you can do X, Y, and Z, and you can tell that was being patient. Right, that's what that was. That was all that was. Being extremely patient, waiting for the setup to talk to you, being something to be very beneficial, and yeah, that's what you got to do. And like I said, we sat through all this, the whole trade, looking at this, looking at that, waiting for it to make complete sense, and that's what we do. That's what we try and do, and being disciplined. And like I said, this would have been great if it was the full position, but I take it. I try to let it pull back a little bit more, but it didn't. But say okay. So yeah. Just waiting for it to finish at TP. Like I said, we up, and like I said, buy the side. And then it was talked about why we took it and everything like that. So we're just gonna wait for um, that to do what it do, and that's gonna be it for that. Like I said, wish I got the full position, but it's all good. Let's see if it stops playing and pushes through. Tapping in midnight. I'm gonna give that some time to do what it do. But yeah. So that's it. That was it. Um, yeah. So that was, I think that was a great tape read. And so we was able to take this trade, but um, the confirmation was really. Give me 1 second. Trying to get all this stuff out my screen. There we go. All right. Um, Sorry. Okay. So I had some. Okay. So the big confirmation going back to this trade is that right there. You can see that it came into this buy side liquidity as we outlined, talking about taking. You could got in over here, even took partials right there, and then ultimately aim for buy side, and then TP3 would be like going new week opening out. Um, very much so could. It's 1050 macro, so we can see what we can do from dropping down, going discount to higher. But this was the one of the trades that was very confident in where we was at, because everything else was kind of more like, I don't know, we don't know, maybe so, kind of. But this was the one we was very confident in, being like, okay, if it does this, if it does that, then we get above this breaker. Eventually, we didn't get above that breaker. You can see that that's why that bullish um, wasn't ready, and then we went down discount, then we got back above that breaker, which is something that something to note. That's when we were confirming that we were above this breaker, looking for that trade. So ended up playing out when we talked about earlier. It just took a while for it to set up, and I think this was the clean price run up in here. I think we still could go higher, but right now we're retracing, so it's okay. But I think this was a TP1, TP2, and I wish I could sign in an account, but that would have been dope to have it on there. But like I said, analysis right there, so that was it. So yeah, that's it. So we're not gonna talk too much about it. So that was what you say, a trade. You know what I'm saying? That's a trade. So we'll be doing this, try to do some more of these. Because I feel like this was very valid. I feel like it was cool, um, and beneficial, especially if people go back and watch it. And but yeah, I'll keep talking my head off. I think we're gonna be wrapping up. Like I said, we in the 1050 macro because say could send us hold this order block, continue to go higher. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't think I'll continue to keep watching it to see what it does. But ultimately, it'd be great. It'll be cool, I should say, for it to come back down and then come back to this new week, open the gap. Might not happen, but it's possible. Um, 9 a.m. today, but maybe so maybe today. I don't know. Let's see. But here it goes. Like I said, great trade. Let me see how many points this is. 4, 1. So 14 points, 14 handles on NAS. I mean, ES is not bad at all. So yeah, we're gonna be in the stream right here. So see y'all next time. Where is the stream?